Are you getting me? So that's why I told you that it's not a hell. So inspirational stage. This stage, you crave for you crave to write scripts, and in this stage, writer receive inspiration from life experience. As a scriptwriter, if you say some words, there are some words that catch my attention because they are suspense in nature. They has the seed of suspense. For example, find me my spouse. For example, when you hear find me, I remember when we are doing distribution for find me my spouse, and we went to a church to premiere it, and we are preparing, and we are saying, we want to come and prepare this church. The title of the movie is Find Me My Spouse. People were looking at me like, what do you mean? Especially if I'm telling sister that they should watch our movie on YouTube, and I tell them that we have a movie on YouTube. The title is Find Me My Spouse. They look it's awkward. So suspense driven. So these are the things you seek for inspiration. And how do you seek for inspiration? Life experience. You must learn to be attentive. You must not be a talkative. If you really want to be a good scriptwriter, you must learn to listen to someone, listen to people experience, listen to stories, read biography. Inside that biography, sir, there are a lot of times that you read Bible, and inside Bible I have stories. I'm not talking about Bible story. Inside Bible there are stories. There are stories that are hidden inside Bibles. Pure stories. I was talking to one of the drama school students, and I was telling her that, do you know that story walk up to people? I'm serious. There are stories that are life. Story are alive. They come to you. If truly you're a scriptwriter, story will walk up to you and tell you that you need to write me. They will come. There was a time I was in Monzania at that time, and I was preparing for exam. I was doing my PhD, and I was preparing for exam, and I was planning to sleep so that I can read, but I could not sleep. Why? Ask me why. The reason why I could not sleep was because a script was disturbing me that I should write in. A script was disturbing me. I have the idea, I have everything, but the script kept on coming. I could not sleep until I wrote that script. And something, I've not even produced that script. I have to go back now. This year we must produce that script. We must work on that script. So you must understand this. So you must have, how do you get inspiration? That's a lot of problem in life. Inspiration is flying everywhere. It's just that you don't pick it. You can't pick it. There are a lot of inspiration. There are a lot of inspiration. And you can get it from life experience, stories, scriptures, dreams. Some of you have the gift of dreams. And in your dream, God will show you some things. God will tell you stories. One of the drama school students came to me, sent a script, and he said he saw it in his dream. So inspiration can come. Conversations. Some of our movies, the idea came. It's just an idea. Finding my spouse was the inspiration came from when I was doing my Wolf B at Living Faith Church. Back then, I was doing Wolf B, and the church pastor was teaching us about faith, and he narrated a story. The truth of the matter is that if I narrate that story to you now, and you went back, if you go and check Find My Spouse, they are not the same. But the story that the pastor narrated to me, to all of us, of course, all of us in that Wolf B class, but I see it to me, the story is to me personally. That story is what I use. I start writing. A good scriptwriter, you can start from the level of writing people's story. I don't want to bore you with stories. That is why, but maybe I should give you my stories. We are still in inspirational stage. We still get. Let me give you my story. You know, I was not writing scripts when I started in drama ministry. I was not writing scripts. It was my mentor that was writing scripts. My mentor was the president of the ministry, so he was the one that was always writing scripts, and he's a powerful man. Like the man can write scripts. I've not gotten to his level. I'm still praying that I have that grace to get to his level to write script like he does. So I don't have issues. So he writes scripts. Okay, these are the scripts. What I used to do then is stage management. I will manage the stage, going from one place to another. I was excellent in managing my stage. So, so I was excellent in managing stage. Like that's what I does. Managing stage, managing stage, managing stage, just stage production. So when I was managing the stage, I don't know that one day will come that I will be writing script. If you prophesy that to me, I will reject your prophecy because I don't even need it. So um then I gained admission to another state. So because of the passion of drama, I took the ministry, like me having starting the branch of the ministry in the campus back then. So we started. By His grace, I was able to gather people. People were coming. The ministry was many people were coming. So lo and behold, we exhaust every script. Every script was exhausted. Every script was exhausted. There was no other script. So I need to be asking him, please send us scripts, send us scripts. And at the time, he was not even answering us again because he has a lot of things before him. So you know what I did? I will now pick, like we have like 5 scripts. I will now pick a script. I will pick the first scene. I will pick another script. I will pick the second. I will pick the second scene. I will pick. So I will pick scenes from 5 scripts, jam it together. Then, because at that time people were calling us for ministration in the campus, churches, they were inviting us. So when I did that, I don't know how those people were blessed. Actually, I don't know. Don't ask me that question. I don't know how those people were blessed. I don't know. But what I know is that they were blessed. Yes, there were a lot of testimony that was coming. What I know is that they were blessed. So, and I reported that case. I was giving testimony. I was, this. So, and I told him, I think I made a mistake. Was it? Was it? I don't know. So, I shall know that I told him that this is what we did for the script. And he rebuked me. He rebuked me and said, why are you doing that? Keneka, don't do that. I said, well, we don't have any script. So, that was my alternative. And he said, no. So, then that was when I had that call to begin to write scripts. So, and before, when I was in secondary school, I've already joined. So, I joined the drama ministry when I was in secondary school. I was even the drama coordinator for our, for our secondary school then, back then. So, when others are having these um, debates club, me, it was drama club I stayed with. So, I wrote one script back then, so he corrected me. Yeah, so I just encourage myself. I begin to write. I begin to write. I begin to write, and I realized that the more I write, the more I got better. So the more you are writing, the more you will be better. So you will get inspiration. And how do I get inspiration? I think the first major script we will do that it is my own personal script was I was hearing a sister talking about another sister. I think in another fellowship. They were not telling that the sister he did everything. She did everything for the sister did everything for the brother. But later the brother jilted the sister. So when she told me that story, I was like, yeah, yeah. So that was what the story was all about, and I said, okay. So when it is time for me to write a story for a stage production, I remember that story that the sister told me, but I cannot write that story. I can't. So there must be, I must twist it. That is where inspiration starts. The story that the sister told me is like a source of inspiration, a spark. So she told me the story, then I began to meditate. I began to think, okay, instead of her name being Tade, let's change her name to Tolu. Okay, we get that one. Instead of her coming by 2 p.m., let's make sure that she does not even come that day. Let's. And the truth of the matter is that as I was doing it, the Holy Spirit was giving me fresh revelation. Let me tell you the truth. God is willing to help you. Um, the atmosphere is willing to help you. The nature is willing to help you. Everybody is willing to. I tell you, everything is willing to help you to be a good scriptwriter. The only thing is that are you willing to accept the help? Yes. Are you willing to accept it? Are you willing to just, it's not about gambling. Are you willing to step out? You can do this thing. You yourself, you know that you can write that script. But the only clause, the complaint is that you don't have time. Please get over that. So you can get inspiration, personal encounter. Sometimes I get my inspiration in church while pastor are preaching. When my pastor, every time I come, see, there was a time in my life that even till now it happens every time. If I attend any church service, there's it's stop me. See, there's a time in my life that even it's still happening till now. It, except except I'm not attentive to that sermon. For every sermon, I know for any anointed, empowered, regenerated sermon I listen to, there's always a script. Yeah, I don't need to doubt that. So I know, I already know that there's always a script is coming. A script is just coming for every. So I know. So you must know the source of your own inspiration. How are you inspired? How did the Holy Spirit speak to you? When that inspiration comes. So if you don't know how, for those people that has been writing script, if you don't know now, you pay attention. How do you have that spark? Is it that when people are talking? Is that, I think there was a Nollywood actor that was telling a story. I think that movie went viral that year. The title of the movie was Pepeye. And they were not asking her, I think she's a woman, the woman. They were not asking her, how are you able to produce a movie that went viral like this? And she said, she and her husband were going home, and the husband was driving. And as they were driving, they saw, what is Pepeye in English? What is Pepeye? I've forgotten the English of Pepeye. See, if you understand, if you know the English of Pepeye, please put it in the comment section. Yeah, put the English of Pepeye in the comment section. So, the Pepeye were now passing. They were passing. So they could not cross. They could not continue their journey. So they stopped for the Pepeye. You know, Pepeye, they work like a sheep. They work in flocks. They are always many. So they stopped. And the woman was as as inquisitive, looking for inspiration. A scriptwriter, of course, a producer, a movie producer. She was sitting there, and that inspiration came. Pepeye ò rí ẹ̀yìn gbọ́mọ sí. Like Pepeye cannot back his younger one, or cannot back his baby, if they send something like that. So that was the source of inspiration for her. And she wrote the movie, and the movie went viral. The truth of the matter is that you don't know what you are sitting on. You don't know the beauty, your script. You don't know the life is going to bless. You don't know the people is going to transform. You don't know. So don't gamble with it. Don't. Don't. The truth of the matter is that your script can take you to where you don't even imagine. So, how do you know your source of inspiration? Number one, be attentive. Know yourself. Be willing to learn. Be patient. Have a calm and cool spirit. Yes, so after the inspiration stage, we have the conception stage. Yeah, the inspired idea is shaped into a clear story. The writer begins to form the plot, character, setting, and conflict. The beginning, middle, and the ending of the story are considered. The writer decides how the message will be communicated through actions and so the conception stage is that you have received the inspiration, you have prepared for the, you have you have gone through the inspiration stage, the preparation stage. Now you have the idea. Now you begin to do characterization, meaning you begin to think about the character. Who is Dupe? Why did Dupe, the inspiration that came to you? Let me give you an example. Dupe died. Okay, let me say Dupe was murdered, but she did not die through murder. I don't know if that is possible, but let's just work. Let's just use that example. They were trying to murder Dupe, but she did not die. It was another thing that killed Dupe. No, that's a crime scene. That was a crime scene. So now, you have, that is inspiration. Now you are now in conception stage. You are now thinking, what can kill Dupe apart from murder? The attempt murder. What can kill Dupe? See, the truth of the matter is that script writing is hiding. You are trying to hide a solution, an answer to a question from your audience. So when you are trying to hide, something from your audience, you must first be able to successfully hide it from yourself. Yes, because if a script does not bless you, it will not bless your audience. That's the truth. If a script does not inspire you, it will not inspire your audience. So the conception says you must know the conflict. Which kind of conflict are you bringing? Who is the protagonist? Who is the antagonist? What is the setting? Are you using 90 setting, or you are using 2070 setting where AI has already taken over? So another stage of, because of our time, another stage is knowledge stage. This knowledge stage is, at this stage you acquire information. Look at that kind of the story I was talking about. See, a good scriptwriter is a good researcher. You must learn to research. I was we had a invitation to come and minister in Oyo. So in a church at Oyo. So, and when I was asking the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit gave us the message. No, they said, lift up your head, O ye gates. That was what they gave to us. So I was asking the Holy Spirit, what message are we going to take along, praying, seeking the face of God? And the Holy Spirit gave me sleepy head. Sleepy head. So I was wondering, what is sleepy head? Then the Holy Spirit asked me one question. That was the source of inspiration for me. Is it possible for a woman to give birth without knowing that she's pregnant? I don't know. I've never had that in my life. I'm telling you, I never know that until that day, that it is possible for you to give birth. It is possible for you to be pregnant and give birth. It is possible for you to be pregnant and not knowing until you give birth. That people will be telling you that, you are the one that give birth to this baby, and you like be wondering, am I pregnant? You yourself, you are asking yourself. So it means that every symptoms of pregnancy, you are not seeing it. That was the question the Holy Spirit asked me. And I said, no, it's not possible. And when the Holy Spirit asks me a question like that, I understand. So